Hello, friends. We have come again, and Joyful World is here to bring you a new opportunity to learn about the faith. We just concluded the series in our weekend vibes, and it is my intention that we explore our faith, especially in the aspect of catechesis and the Catechism of the Catholic Church. Um, we are going to start it, and I believe you are going to enjoy it. But today I have they are my sons, they are also my friends and brothers. By my left, we have Friar Anthony Kenechukwu Ozegbe from the Franciscan Order, the Capuchins. And by my right, I have Friar N.Y. Ehiwema from the Dominican Order of Preachers. They are on holidays and they came around, and we need to show ourselves to you so that you will see that we'll be coming to you in different modes, especially as it concerns our faith. But quickly, I would want to ask you, Kene, how do you see uh, people getting stronger with the catechism of the Catholic Church? How does it make our faith to become stronger in your own assessment?
Yeah, thank you very much, Father. It's really a joy to be home, to be here at this time, to be Joyful World is home, actually. Um, I think that catechesis has a way of helping us generally to build our faith, because this is actually the foundation, what the church teaches. This is actually what the church wants us to know, how we are supposed to interact with God, interact with ourselves. There's so many questions, for example, in today's world, that so many questions that arise from what we encounter. A proper background in catechesis will help us answer those questions in our every day life. It goes beyond just who made you, God made me. There are some practical answers that catechesis helps us. And I think if we're able to do that, our faith will actually be built up.
So, Friar Kene, in your words, we need to be grounded in our knowledge of the Catechism of the Catholic Church if we truly want to be strong in our faith. This is your submission.
Yes, that's right.
Friar NY, these days people tend to forget what they have learned. Sometimes you come into the church and you ask a question about, basic questions about our faith, and you will ask people to tell you what they learned in the catechism, and they say, I have forgotten about it. You know, what do you think that we can do to help people, keep learning about this faith so that they can keep it in their heart? What do you think we can do?
Okay, well, I think the answer to that still goes back to catechesis. It's a two-way thing. Now, St. Thomas Aquinas makes this distinction between the knowledge of God and the love of God. So, what the Christian faith tries to teach us is the means to know God and also to also fall in love with God. So, it's those who have come to the complete knowledge of who God is and what God is for them. So, to the degree that you are aware of that, it helps you grow in love too. So to help people to actually um, see this knowledge as something that they should hold on to and cherish, then they have to actually fall in love with it. Okay, because the more you know God, the more you have more reasons to fall in love with Him. And serving God would always involve that we share our lives with Him. So it becomes a way of life, and that's why there's the distinction between what we have as the knowledge of our faith and putting that faith into practice. So not just being hearers of the word, but being doers of the word. So it is by doing that we actually become more familiar with them, and they develop as habits, and then they become something that we do as second nature.
Yeah, and in my own understanding, I'm looking at, because we're looking at how this platform will help people to refresh their memories once again. There are so many things we have learned, and sometimes we have forgotten, but we need to keep learning and relearning and keep improving on what we have learned. I think on the long run, it will help us to be strong, in our faith. Yes, we know that we have large number of youths who are coming up. Sometimes the way that they have been taught may not have given them the opportunity to learn as much as they are supposed to learn. So there is need for us to constantly refresh our memories so that people could say, yeah, this thing I learned it before, but as they are saying it now, it's becoming new for me, and they could key into it. So this is actually what we want to explore in Joyful World in this series. We want to go into learning about the Catechism of the Catholic Church. The beautiful things that the Church has given us that will help to grow our faith and morals. They are all inside this small but mighty book that will help you to get to know so many things. And every person who have gone through the walls of the seminary in terms of learning must definitely touch this book. There is no way you can pass through the seminary walls and you do not know about the Catechism of the Catholic Church. So, my dear friends, just dispose your mind and heart, because we are coming with this series, and it is all about the faith, and also making us to refresh ourselves in what we already know, and then probably learn what we don't know, and that will help us to become strong in our faith. So friends, it might interest you to know that Friar Anthony and Friar Enwai, they were actually, and they are still, members of the Joyful World team. We all started this whole process together, and they are still making meaningful contributions in what we produce and create as our specific and unique content, which you are receiving on a daily basis. In fact, it was actually Kene who worked with me when I wanted to start Joyful World. And when I shared the ideas with him, he said, yes, we can do it. And at that time, he started, helping me out until gradually the Lord called him and he answered and went into the seminary. And the same with NY, the Lord also called and they answered. So they are all here, and I'm very, very proud of who they are and who they are becoming. Please hold them in your prayers and keep praying for your priests and religious all over the world. This series will also be about you asking questions. Questions about the faith, questions about things you don't understand. So you can ask them through our channels, and when you throw them up, we'll be able to check up in the Catechism of the Catholic Church and see the areas that will address that particular questions. And we'll be able to give answers as much as we could and we can with regard to our knowledge and also with regard to the teachings of the church. So don't say, I know it all. Try to be interactive with us. Share your questions. You can post them on Facebook. You can post them on our Instagram page. You can post them on YouTube. And then we'll be able to see them and we can discuss them as long as we get them. So please be with us in this journey and let us grow together. Have a wonderful day.